welcome back to my channel. So tonight I am going out on a date. Yes, so I thought it would be really cool to just turn on the camera and do a get ready with me video. Typically I think this is something I would wear on a first date, and as you all know, I do like to incorporate pops of color into my looks, so that's exactly what I did. A pop of blue liner in my waterline to match my outfit and my headband. I also wanted the initial eye look to be very simple and not too heavy, and I love how it turned out. So if you want to see how to recreate this look, please keep watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Priming the eyes, yes, I am obsessed with this primer from Milani. I honestly think it compares to the Urban Decay Original Primer Potion. I like that it's light and doesn't dry out my lids like the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot can sometimes. And I like to set it with the Maybelline Better Skin Powder because it cancels out the discoloration and it doesn't look too cakey. With the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, I'm taking Raw Sienna, and this is going to be our crease shade. Applying the shadow with windshield wiper motions, and my favorite brush to use for the crease is the Crown SS027 Deluxe Blending Crease Brush. I will leave all the products I used down below, including my brushes. And I'm trying something different here where I'm going to finish my transition shades before the lid shade, so I'm taking Golden Ochre above my crease shade to blend it out. I think it makes a big difference in how seamless the shadows look when adding another transition shade before the highlight, so that's why I do this in all my eye looks. And then taking Tempera and placing that right on my brow bone. I'm using a Sigma E20 short shader brush. It's the perfect density and shape for right under the brows. And I just like to go back with my crease brush for further blending. And with the shade Warm Taupe, I'm packing this onto the lid using a Sigma E57 Firm Shader Brush. This has to be one of my favorite shades in the palette. I also think it's underrated because it's not the first shade you would necessarily choose to put on your lid. But yes, I love the shadow. That's where I was going. Then deepening up the look with Cypress Umber. This shadow blends really well. You don't have to pack on a lot of shadow on the brush because a little goes a long way. And I thought I would use this palette for the look because I know a lot of you have it, and it's also one of my favorite palettes on the market. As always, I'm using a small detailed brush. This is a no-name brush, but there are a lot of brushes from Morphe or Real Techniques that are similar and affordable. So I already primed and did my base off camera, and I mixed the Maybelline Dream Velvet Foundation in Honey Beige with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Porcelain. I was a little tan that day, so I had to match my face to my body, so I did that little mixture concoction. And for concealer, I used the Better Skin Concealer in Lite for my under eyes, blended it out with my Beauty Blender. Then highlighted down the center of my face with that same concealer. This step is important because it balances out the foundation and the under eye concealer. As opposed to just concealing your under eyes, it'll look way too light. To avoid creasing, I baked with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I like to use a damp beauty blender to apply this because it's the best way to really set all the areas where you don't want creasing and where you usually get oily, which is the T-zone area. I usually let this bake for a good 2 minutes. Some people leave it on longer if they have really oily skin, but 2 to 3 minutes is good for me, and then I just brush it away with a small powder brush. Setting the rest of my face with MAC's Mineralize Skinfinish. I like this powder because it gives the most natural finish to my skin while keeping it nice and matte. For the lower lash line, first taking Antique Bronze and smoking it out. I personally don't like taking it too far down, but please do so if you like that look. And then taking Primavera on the inner part for a hint of shimmer. Tempera on the inner corners for a subtle highlight. Taking Hoola from the Benefit Cheek Parade palette. Honestly, nothing compares to Hoola bronzer. It's the perfect shade not only for bronzing but also for contouring because it's not too warm and it's not too cool toned. It's definitely the ultimate holy grail product. Highlighting with the Kylie Cosmetics highlighter in French Vanilla. I know there are a lot of negative reviews on these highlighters, but if you like a subtle glow from within highlight, then they are actually really nice. I really like this one. This time I'm using Dandelion for my blush. This blush has a slight fragrance, which I don't actually mind. It's a beautiful cool toned shade. Then I used Hoola Lite to contour my jawline. I do this to give the illusion of a slimmer face. Setting my brows in place with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and then onto the pop of color. I used LA Girl's Glide Gel Liner in Aquatic. This was very easy to use on the waterline. It didn't tug, and most importantly, it didn't make my eyes water. It also lasted the whole night. Then just add your favorite mascara. I love the formula of the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara, but I wish the brush was a tiny bit smaller. I'm just super careful when I try to get the corner lashes, as you can see. Layering with the L'Oreal False Fiber Mascara for length, this truly works, you guys. If you want voluminous and long bottom lashes, try this duo out. For lips, I'm using Maybelline's Color Sensational Lip Pencil in Rose. Sticking to my natural lip line, no overlining. You want to keep it as natural as possible when going on a first date. And then adding a little bit of NYX Butter Gloss in Vanilla Cream Pie. I'm just dabbing the gloss on just for a slight shine. The NYX Butter Glosses are my favorite affordable glosses. The formula is not too sticky yet pigmented, and there are just so many shades to choose from. And that is the finished look. Remember, the most important part of a first date shouldn't be about impressing who you're going out with. It's about being yourself, and if you're a makeup junkie like me, it's about enhancing your natural beauty. I hope you liked this video. Please thumbs up if you did. Leave your tutorial requests down below, and thank you for watching.